Em goes, but that's our spot. And I was like, yeah, it's okay. They can't move. It's fine.
You have, when you're in mum mode and you have your kids screaming at you and the plan was to go into this slip and then someone's in that slip.
I'm trying to spin this boat around on the spot. And Em points at the spot and goes, but that's our spot.
Get out of our spot. I'm Emma. That's Josh. And this is our 2-year-old daughter, Charlie. We live on a tiny sailboat called Pixel, and we make videos documenting our journey nearly every single day. You're watching Sailing Uncut.
Anchor time.
We're off! Yeah! We just left Kingfisher Bay and now we're on our way to Harvey Bay, and we're going to stay at the marina for a week just so we can do a little bit of work, reset. There's a couple of boat jobs that we need to do and just take a break for 5 minutes. Hello.
It's stuck.
Your mama help. Ready? Oh, it is stuck. Yeah.
Pink, yeah. Where are we up to? Yeah. Okay. Do not press that button.
Whoa!
He's curious. Oh no! That's alright, we just gotta go in between it. That one and the one over there. See the red one? Yeah, the red one and the green one. Can you see the green one? Yeah. What happened? Well, they put it there so we don't run aground. That's nice of them. We're sailing. It is very windy. It says we've got 20 knots apparent and we're going at 6 knots, so it's about 25 knots. That's...
Charlie and I are just hanging out downstairs. Oh, you want to read a book? I can read books. What were you going to say?
I definitely never docked in more than 15 knots, so this is going to be interesting. We might have to dock next to another boat as well, so hopefully it dropped up a bit as we're getting there, but I don't think it will.
We got this, team. Reading our books. What you reading?
Yeah.
It's number 1. And Mama has her book that you chose. What book is this? Yeah. The bear book. We're gonna go get some lunch, hey? That was stressful. We'll fill you in after lunch, but for now we are just...
But we're safe. The boat is safe in the marina and we're here and we're getting food.
Hooray.
Wait.
Food!
Food!
Want some food? Out of the road. You see it? You see it?
see it. I see it. I see it.
It's a big whale.
Okay.
Touch it.
Touch it.
It's a whale.
A big whale. Yeah, a big whale.
Because you did such good waiting. Chippies are on their way.
Why do you think they're laughing? Maybe they told a funny joke. She's just laughing at people over there laughing.
Yeah, you show the people your fishy?
What you got, Charlie?
Did you pick him special?
Fishy.
Are you going to cuddle fishy in bed? Yeah? Are you going to have a little nap? Yeah. It's currently 35 knots.
Wow.
That was a lot.
Yeah. So to recap what happened, we are booked in for this marina berth at 9 o'clock in the morning. Now, there are 2 berths.
G13 and G14.
And us and another boat were coming into the berth. Whoever arrived first needed to be on G14. So then the person that arrived second was on G13 and getting blown onto the dock, not blown into the other boat. So we were trying to get here as quickly as possible so we could be the first ones in the slip. And we needed to be here at dead on high tide.
Yeah, because it was quite shallow coming in and around, which you'll see on the map.
So on the map there's this point where unless it's high tide, our boat literally will hit the bottom. So we're coming in, it's what, how many knots is it out there?
25, easy.
25 knots. The entrance to the marina is like, boom, you're there.
Well, we were a bit late too, so the tide was ripping out, and so as we were coming in, we were kind of like, yep, cool, we got this, we're drifting. Charlie was not in a good mood.
She was in her chair just crying and screaming because she was completely over it, understandably. And then we look over and Josh goes, there's a catamaran in our berth. And I'm like, that's impossible. There are meant to be 2 monohulls that are going into the slips.
Yeah, and then there was someone on the emergency wharf.
Where the catamaran was meant to be.
Yeah, so we learnt that later. So as we're coming around, the owner on the catamaran jumped off. And I
just
yelled
went
out,
like this to us.
And I said G13, and he goes...
And then we're like, okay, well, that's our berth. We need to get in there. And he just shrugs at us.
And at this point, I'd already made the turn in. So I basically had to... we were going to do a wide swing and just drive straight into our berth. It was going to be so easy.
Oh, it would have been the simplest dock.
So we spun around, and I reversed a bit, and I just said, we can't, like, they can't just get in their boat and move. Like, they've got a giant 47-foot leopard, like...
But then we couldn't go back out the leads, because if we went back out the leads and into the absolute slosh, we wouldn't have been able to come back in time, because the tide would have already ripped out too much. So Josh just drives all the way into the marina, and then we're like, okay, we'll go to the fuel dock and just chill there and then try and sort it out. But then as we're going up to the fuel dock, we saw the depth, 1.8?
1.8, and we draw 2.1. And so I don't know what was going on. Maybe our offset is wrong with the sensor or something, but...
And then we looked at the fuel dock, and the wind was just... If we tried to go on the dock, we would have just gone completely...
There was no room for error.
Yeah.
We could have done it, probably, but there was no room for error. And the longer we waited there, the more the tide was going to drop, and so we wouldn't have been able to get back off there. And so
we decided, okay, we're just going to spin the boat again and then go back and see if they have moved from our berth. And if not, then we're going to have to go through the leads and go find an anchorage somewhere.
And so we just were on, basically, I was in neutral, just getting blown down. And then we saw a catamaran mast slowly coming out.
So then the cat came out and then yelled at the people in the emergency dock who weren't meant to be there and said they need to go. So the cat's coming, we pass the catamaran and then go into our berth.
Which was a phenomenal docking. We just did a nice little easy in, blow on, and we just docked.
And then the boat that was on the emergency dock yelled at us and said, you're meant to be here 2 hours later. And then we're just like, I don't know what you're talking about, because we organised with the marina to be here at 9 o'clock. So then they left. Catamaran docked on the emergency dock. didn't say sorry to us or anything. So I don't know. I would love to know all of your comments and thoughts.
Like, what do you do if you go into a marina and someone's in your spot?
What do you do?
Do you just find, and there's a spot available, do you just take that spot and hope no one comes in?
I was going to say, because then if we took another spot and then that boat came in, then we're making our problem someone else's problem. But somebody else made their problem our problem.
We did look for another spot to take.
There were no spots. The marina is completely booked because we're trying to escape bad weather. So, I don't know. We are so lucky that the catamaran just hopped out of our berth. But what do you do in that situation? You can't force them to move.
Yeah.
And then...
In 20 knots. And
I think they could hear Charlie because Charlie was on board just screaming her head off in all of this stress.
And she's got 2 teeth coming through. Like she was ready for a nap. It was just...
We kept telling her 10 more minutes, and she was just completely done. So at the end of the day, I'm super thankful that it all worked out, but it was minutes away from not working out. So...
And I mean, yeah, lucky that the catamaran people seemed pretty experienced, so they could just get in their cat and go and wait around for the other guy to leave.
But you would think if you were an experienced catamaran person, then you would have not just been in this berth. And they said that they were talking to the marina staff, so they would have known that 2 monohulls were going into those slips.
So we went to then get food, and then on the way back, the boat next to us arrived. So maybe 2 hours later, the other boat arrived.
Yeah. So they were always going to be in somebody's way, and I think I got frustrated because they just made their problem our problem, and I just yelled at them. I just said,
"Right, it's okay. There's someone in our spot. We'll just spin around."
I just yelled out to them and I said, "We need our berth."
No, you go. That's our spot. And goes, but that's our spot. And I was like, yeah, it's okay. They can't move. It's fine.
When you're in mum mode and you have your kids screaming at you and the plan was to go into this slip and then someone's in that slip.
Trying to spin this boat around on the spot and points at this one and goes, but that's our spot.
Get out of our spot.
No, you didn't say that. You said that's our spot. And then...
That's our spot.
I reckon if they sensed the tone in your voice and heard Charlie crying, and that's when they decided to get in.
And they were like, all right, we're getting out. So, I don't know. Tell us what your thoughts are. Hopefully we explained that properly. And we're here for a week. We've had lunch. Charlie's asleep, and we've promised her that when she wakes up, we'll go find a playground.
She very much wants to go. Where do you want to go? A playground.
Did you have a good sleep? We'll always find a park and swing, no matter what. This kid loves the swing. Yeah. So I think no matter what marina we're at, we're going to have to walk as far as we need to find a park and swing. Luckily this one was, 10-minute walk?
Yeah. With the shortcut I found.
They started with the shortcut.
Beach!
Good luck, beach. Want to explain what's going on?
We've had some pretty good meals on this trip so far. Em did a really good job prepping all the meals. But I feel like her standards are slipping a little bit.
I was tired. So we have sausages for dinner. Charlie has egg at least.
We got straight into the marina, ran up to somewhere where we could buy a nice burger and chips, and then... Pick up your game, Emma.
Sorry.
Pick up your game.
Tomorrow.
No. Thank you for my dinner. I will eat it happily. Can I at least have some sauce, please?
Charlie's happy.
Yum.